Now here he is, the man who ate the Eastern Conference, making Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks look like children in the first round. Then quietly lighting up the Knicks in the next, all before walking into the Garden for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, with the rest of the Miami Heat and feeding the Celtics into his personal blender. Jimmy Butler is willing himself into superstardom and playing at an elite level. After weathering a play-in tournament, Butler and the Miami Heat knocked off the team with the best record in the NBA. It must be said that the Bucks playing a major portion of the series without the two-time MVP hurt Milwaukee's chances, but Butler's performance in Game 5 prompts the question, who will be able to stop Jimmy Buckets? This isn't the first time Butler has seemed to come out of nowhere. In 2020, he and the Heat surprised both league and fans by making it to the NBA Finals in the bubble. In the end, they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers, but the passion that fueled Butler's drive that year appears to have been kicked into overdrive. Butler has been an absolute beast for the Miami Heat throughout the entire postseason. I mean, he's been carrying the team on his back for not just this year, but the past 4 seasons. Jimmy Butler is the heart and soul of the Heat, no doubt about it. Now, when it comes to playoff time, Jimmy Butler takes his game to a whole new level. It's like he flips a switch and transforms into Playoff Jimmy! The intensity, the focus, the leadership, it's all there. Now, I know Butler likes to downplay this whole Playoff Jimmy thing, but let's be real. We've seen it with our own eyes. He's a different beast when the postseason rolls around. What sets Jimmy apart is his no-quit attitude and his unwavering self-assurance. He's not afraid to take on any challenge and put the team on his back. That's the kind of player every team dreams of having, but it's a nightmare for any opponent facing the Miami Heat in the playoffs. It's difficult to think Butler's playoff run can get much more impressive. Think about it for a second. Butler is dropping an astonishing 28.8 points per game in the playoffs. And not only that, but he's also leading his team, the underdog 8th seeded Miami Heat, to just 1 game away of clinching the Eastern Conference Finals over the Boston Celtics and making their way to face the Denver Nuggets in the 2022-23 NBA Finals. Let's rewind that for a moment. Last season, after the Heat's heartbreaking loss to Boston in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Butler boldly proclaimed that Miami would come back stronger and take the East this season. And you know what? He wasn't just talking the talk, he was walking the walk. The current clash between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics is a straight-up rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat were just 1 win away from reaching the grandest stage in basketball, and then it happened. In Game 7, with only 15 seconds left on the clock, Jimmy Butler had a clean look at a potential game-winning three-pointer, but fate had other plans, and that shot rimmed out, leaving the Heat and their fans devastated. But you know what separates the greats from the rest? It's their ability to rise above defeat and keep pushing forward. And that's exactly what Jimmy Butler did. Instead of dwelling on that gut-wrenching loss, he chose to focus on the future. Butler told reporters, "We had enough next year. We will have enough. We're going to be right back in the same situation, but we're going to get it done." The man himself. This guy takes the court and turns it into his own personal stage, bringing the drama and excitement every single time. He's far from being an impassive player. In fact, he's a showman through and through. Butler doesn't just play the game, he lives it. He's not afraid to show his emotions, to interact with opposing players, and even sing to himself during intense moments. And let me tell you, he absolutely thrives in those electric moments when the entire arena is holding its breath, waiting for his next move. You can't deny that there's a certain theatrical flair to Butler's approach, especially when it comes to the playoffs. And man, oh man, did he put that on full display in Game 2 against the Celtics. It was a tight game, with Boston holding a narrow lead midway through the 4th quarter. But then, boom, Williams hits a clutch three-pointer, and Butler seizes the moment. As you know, it's been less than a month since Dillon Brooks' "I poke bears" comments created a whole lot of drama in the Lakers-Grizzlies series. And now, we have another player who apparently missed the memo, Grant Williams. My man, did you forget the lesson LeBron James taught us all? Sometimes, poking the bear isn't the smartest move. In the recent clash between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, Williams found himself in a heated exchange with Butler. As Williams made his way up the court, he couldn't resist jawing with Butler. But little did he know, he was about to learn a harsh lesson. On the very next possession, Butler seized the opportunity to shut down Williams. He scored a bucket and even drew a foul, but it didn't end there. As the dust settled, Butler and Williams literally knocked foreheads, continuing their, intense exchange. In the aftermath of the confrontation, the Heat went on an impressive 24-9 run, sealing the victory in Game 2 against the Celtics. Butler then said, "I like that. I'm all for that. Makes me key in a lot more. It pushes that will that I have in me to win a lot more. It makes me smile. When people talk to me, I'm like, okay, I know I'm a decent player. If you want to talk to me out of everybody that you can talk to, Butler may not have the flashy moves or the jaw-dropping athleticism of some other players, but what he lacks in style, he more than makes up for in sheer tenacity and grit. He's like a bear, ferocious and unyielding, always ready to protect his turf. I just don't know if I'm the best person to talk to. Butler said post-game. Butler may have his fair share of extracurricular activities and the spotlight constantly shining on him, but it's all part of his grand master plan. Yeah, you heard it right. All those flashy moves, all that attention he garners, it's all a means to an end. Butler, he's not doing it for the kicks and giggles. No way. He's got a burning desire within him, a relentless motivation that propels him to greatness. That brashness you see, that boldness, it's all part of his winning strategy. See, being brash isn't just a personality trait for Butler. Oh no, it's a tool in his arsenal, a weapon he wields to conquer the court. It fuels his fire, it pushes him beyond his limits, and it helps him achieve victory. Mike Marquise, who was his coach at Tyler Junior College, said, "Some people hate to lose. He absolutely loves to win. I think sometimes there's a negative connotation with hating to lose, with bad sportsmanship and all that. But when I coached him, he didn't have any of that. He just loved to win." Butler's journey to the NBA was far from easy. Growing up, he faced a challenging childhood that could have derailed his dreams. But you know what? He never gave up. Coming out of Tomball High School in Texas, Butler was highly recruited by top college programs. In fact, he only had a scholarship offer from Centenary, a small college in Louisiana. And get this, that college has now transitioned to Division III. On top of that, he had a partial offer from Quinnipiac. It's safe to say his options were limited. But here's where the story takes a turn. Despite the lack of attention, Butler's determination caught the eye of NBA scouts, and he became the final pick of the first round in the 2011 NBA draft. And let's not forget, even this season, Butler wasn't selected as an all-star. Crazy, right? Looking back, we can all agree that was a major oversight. The man's talent speaks for itself. The Heat coach Spoelstra said, "He is us, we are him. I just respect this game so much for being such a unique world-class elite competitor. A lot of guys play the game of basketball in this league. He competes to win. That's a different language. He's desperate and urgent and maniacal, and sometimes psychotic about the will to try to win. He'll make everybody in the building feel it." Throughout the season, Butler never wavered in his belief that Miami had what it takes to win it all. He kept preaching that they had the talent, the skills, and the determination to figure things out and make a run for the coveted championship title. And boy, they're proving him right. In the first round of the playoffs, the Heat were considered overwhelming underdogs against the top-seeded team. But guess what? They defied all odds and became the first ever 8th seed to advance with just one loss. After that, Butler said, "We're a good group of basketball players. We're having fun whenever we're out there. We're playing basketball the right way, and good things happen if you do that." The team. We all know Jimmy Butler has been a force to be reckoned with throughout the postseason. He's been delivering impressive performances, just like last year. But what's really caught our attention is the remarkable rise of the Miami supporting cast. They've taken their game to a whole new level. You see, in the previous conference finals, it was Butler and Bam Adebayo who carried the scoring load for the Heat. They were the only ones averaging double digits in points per game. But hold your breath, because this year, things have changed. Not one, not two, but 4 additional players have stepped up their game to join Butler and Adebayo in the ranks of double-digit scorers. Yeah, you heard that right. Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, and Max Struss have all been balling out, averaging at least 12 points per game in the series. It's incredible to witness the collective effort of the Miami Heat, with their role players rising to the occasion and making a significant impact on the court. The kind of depth and contribution from the supporting cast can be a game changer in any playoff series. The Miami Heat are proving that it's not just about star power, it's about the whole team coming together and putting on a show. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with all the NBA action. Catch you on the next video.